10 years ago this week, Steve Jobs introduced the very first iPhone to the world. It's the device that defined the modern smartphone and helped the technology go from being a niche business tool to becoming the must-have devices that they are now. In its launch year, it was called revolutionary. Since the first generation phone was released in 2007, the device has developed to the most recent model in the iPhone 7. Over 1 billion units of the iPhone have been sold, and Apple obsessives have been known to queue for days for each new iteration of the must-have tech item. We hit the streets of Manchester to ask if, 10 years on, we've become overly reliant on our phones.
So I think lots of people can be too dependent on their smartphones. I work in theatre and we have a lot of issues with, audience on their phones or people. I've worked on a show where someone got their laptop out. So yeah, I think a lot of people are too dependent on it. But at the same time, having a smartphone for me is crucial for my job. You literally just caught me doing some work in the middle of town, so I couldn't do my job without it, but I do feel like we can be too dependent on them.
I do think that they are necessary nowadays, especially if you're travelling and things like that. It's a lot safer to have them on you, especially when you're living in a city. I do think that some people can be too dependent on them, like nowadays when you see people never even having a conversation or just always being on their phones, which is kind of a shame. But you don't know exactly what they're doing. They could be talking to their friends on social media, or you never really know. So I definitely think that they're incredibly useful, really important for what people are doing, checking emails, things like that, for everyday life. But I think that sometimes it is nice to kind of like put it down, read a book instead, or have a chat with a friend instead. So I guess it just depends on what scenario you're in and what social situations you're in.
With 2017 set to be the year that the iPhone 8 hits stores, it's clear that our obsession with the smartphone is far from over.